The woman who took matters into her own hands when her mobile phone was snatched in Tottenham, well, she chased after the man and got her phone back. An average of around 10 mobile phones every hour were stolen in London this year. And if your phone was one of them, you potentially could have also lost your bank details, your photos, your address book. It's why a woman in Tottenham, determined not to become a victim, chased a man earlier this week who'd allegedly snatched her phone. She didn't stop until she caught him. She then tracked down not only her phone, but others too. With a story, here's Tolu Adoye.
This is the moment Izzy was reunited with her phone after tracking it down using her laptop. Earlier the same day, it was snatched by two people on an e-bike while she was running errands. Those who took it won't have bargained for what happened next.
I chased after them and I could see from a distance one of them got off on foot, and so I chased after that one. After quite a long chase, I pin him against the wall, I catch him, and I was questioning him and I loosened up my grip because he was like, I can't breathe, and that's when he just got away. And at that moment, luckily enough, the cops showed up and all the guys around the neighborhood had stopped him as well.
Izzy then tracked down her phone to a park, but says the police were reluctant to go and recover it, so she went with another member of the public.
I could see on my laptop that the phone was still there, so they must have dropped it in the bushes. And then I could see it moving all over the area, and it was just bouncing around, and the cops just wouldn't help me. And I was like, oh, I can see it right there. They're like, you know, you never know if it's actually working, the tinfoil, this and that, like the signal you see is a whole perimeter. We can't do every house. We're severely understaffed.
Over the last year, more than 75,000 phones have been reported stolen in London. The Met doesn't have figures for convictions, but says around 750 phones were recovered in the first 6 months of this year. A 16-year-old has been charged in Izzy's case.
The Met has told us it's still working to identify the other person involved with this theft. More generally, it says it's targeting resources in hotspot areas with increased patrols and using plainclothes officers. It also says it's using data and technology to build intelligence to track down mobile phones and target offenders.
For Izzy, though, the reality was it was down to her to get her phone back.
Our whole lives are on our phone these days, and for it to be snatched at one of the most inconvenient moments for me personally, could just, in my head, I was like, no, 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 this is not happening. It needs to be something at this volume and at this level taken seriously by the police, and for there to be plans or actions in place to prevent such things. Otherwise, the theme here seems to be that there just isn't anything that could be done, which clearly isn't true.
1, 2, 3.
Tolu Adeoye, BBC London.